Today I'm going to be doing my third Gen Z Talk series talking about the negative effects of social media and how to avoid them. Even if you currently don't think that social media has affected you negatively, I encourage you to watch this video all the way through because social media and the internet is just going to become more and more prevalent like it has over the past 10 years, and you're bound to notice some of these effects within yourself, your friends, kids, grandkids, whoever it is at some point. This past week, the World Health Organization has declared video game addiction as an actual mental illness, and I'm sorry to break it to you guys, but to me, social media is in the same realm, and I'm sure that we will hear an addiction to social media is also going to be a mental illness. Definitely probably already is, but I don't think any of us want to admit that. Generation Z is the first generation that has truly grown up with social media from a very young age. The oldest of Generation Z is born in 1995, and those people were probably in like 8th or 9th grade when Facebook and Twitter was coming around. And you know, everyone else in Generation Z, even younger when they get into social media. So for us, it's just been a part of life and we don't look that deep into it. But when you break it down, social media is weird. Being straight up, we're all addicted to it now. No matter how much time you spend on it day to day, fact is, in today's climate, you're never deleting it off your phone for good. People like to think they can, and I'll see people delete their accounts or whatever, but they always come back to it. I've deleted the apps off my phone and I got 2 weeks and then I was kind of like, I feel so disconnected. And that's exactly the thing about social media, is that there's so many important benefits to it, but the disadvantages are just as present, if not more present, honestly. So today I'm going to be talking about 3 main negative effects that I've experienced myself with social media and that I see a lot of others experience as well. I'm sure there are others, but these are the ones that I find most prevalent. These negative effects are: 1, keeping up with other people 24/7, 2, constant comparison, 3, avoiding our own reality and instead being invested in other people's. And I'm also going to touch on how this all affects our mental health. I'm going to start with the first negative effect of keeping up with other people 24/7. So like I said, being in Generation Z, we don't think that deep into it because it's just been such a big part of our lives since we were middle school aged and younger. But take a step back and just think about the concept of social media. It's odd. We're involved in the lives of people who are not an important aspect of our own as we scroll through social media and see their posts and uploads every day. And with that, it's giving us the lack of ability to move on with our lives when it comes to relationships and friendships. Friendships and relationships are always silently lingering because we see their posts on social media or see other people post them, even if they have no true spot in our lives anymore. Friendships and relationships, they're meant to come and go. And before social media, they would happen, they would teach you lessons, they would create experiences, but then you move on with your life. And not even in bad terms, just people you don't talk to anymore. Like, nothing bad happened, you just outgrew the friendship, whatever it is. It's just we're still involved in their lives in a way because we see their stuff on social media. My solution to this negative effect is to unfollow people when they are not a prevalent part of your life anymore. Last year on Instagram, I remember I followed over 1,000 people at one point, and probably 200 to 300 of these people were people that were either from my college or my hometown that I don't even associate with at all, but I would follow them back because I felt bad if I didn't. And probably another 50 to 100 of those people were people who were in my life but I haven't talked to in years. I just see their posts on my feed. There's a stigma around unfollowing. If you unfollow someone, there's beef, there's an issue. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't think the same thing, because if someone unfollows me, it's kind of like, oh, why'd they do that? But I went on a huge unfollowing spree, not because there's beef, just because it was what's good for me. As I just said, before social media, these relationships and friendships would come and go. Now you continue to follow them because you don't want to be rude, and you see their family and their dogs and their whatever, and it's like, why? Best way to put this is, if you wouldn't say hi to them when you walk by them on campus, or if you wouldn't reach out to them and genuinely want to know how their life is going, why are you following them? The simple answer is don't. It does not have to be in a negative way. You are moving on with your life and focusing what's in your life now. Getting on to the next negative effect is the constant comparison that occurs on social media. So we know that people are only posting the good parts of their lives. It's been a conversation, and I think we all can agree that we don't want to be following people that are only posting like the negative and sad aspects of their life, because we all have our own issues going on. We don't want someone else's baggage. But what we aren't realizing is just constantly consuming these perfect aspects of people's lives can be just as detrimental day to day. I'm a part of the older group of Generation Z, and I still have a decent grasp on what life was like before social media for people. It 100% has created a false sense of where happiness comes from. I mean, in America, people have always kind of put money and happiness together, but with social media on a much greater scale. I hear younger kids talking in middle school and such, and how much emphasis they put on money is insane. I remember I was watching an Alex Honnold documentary. He's that crazy free solo climber, and he went to like a middle school or something to talk to the kids, and the first question he got asked by a kid, it was something like, how much money do you make, or what's it like being rich, something like that, and that just blew my mind. You have Alex Honnold standing in front of you, has done the craziest free solo climbing, lives life so simplistically, and that's what you ask him? Social media has given us that false sense of where happiness comes from things like money, from likes, followers, subscribers. And I just want to put a reminder out here, even though this is a little off topic, my stomach, that all of these people that have all of these things still have very heavy issues that they deal with. In the grand scheme of life, it comes down to the relationships you have that make or break your happiness, whether you're rich or you're poor. A great example of this is the owner of ASOS. Sorry if I'm not saying that correctly. He is a billionaire, and he lost 3 of his children out of the 290 people killed in the explosions in Sri Lanka. Do you think that just because he's a billionaire that this isn't going to be weighing on him for the rest of his life? If you're equating money with happiness, you are never going to be satisfied, and you are constantly going to be looking for more. Your relationships and the people that you surround yourself with day to day is what creates your true quality of life. So I just wanted to add that in real quick for any of the younger people who are watching who really have that money mindset. It is important to have somewhat of a money mindset in life because money is a driving force in our society. But yeah, don't make it everything. So back to the topic of social media, a solution for the negative effect of constant comparison is to, other than the people who are actually prevalent in your life, to only follow people who motivate and inspire you in some way. Like I said, I used to follow over 1,000 people on Instagram, and a lot of those were just people, whether I was on my Explore page or followed someone who posted a picture with them, I would follow those who maybe I just admire them because of their looks. So now I make sure if I'm following someone that I don't know, and it's like someone I literally just found because of social media, like I said, they motivate or inspire me in some way. Whether they are woke about issues in today's society or created a business that I admire, I just make sure that's kind of the only content I am consuming other than people who are actually in my life. This next negative effect, I think, is the most important one that I'm going to be talking about. In videos talking about the negative effects of social media, I don't think that this is one that is really ever brought up. This negative effect is avoiding our own reality and instead investing in other people's. Our time spent on social media, we are getting joy out of other people's blessings and problems instead of cherishing and working on our own. We continue to be interested in the lives of those doing better because it's what we don't have, and then we like to see the lives of people doing worse because it gives us comfort. We're constantly on social media, video games, or whatever it is, avoiding our actual reality and what's actually going on in our own lives. And with that, we're also avoiding friends and family because we'd rather be in our rooms sitting on our phones. A solution to this negative effect is to reduce your screen time. I'm not sure if Androids have this capability, but on iPhones you can go into your settings, choose screen time, then you choose app limits, then you choose ad limits, and then you pick social networking and you choose the amount of time per day that you want to allow yourself to be on social media. Just make a list of things or priorities you want to try out or accomplish in order to prevent you from getting back on social media. And don't be unrealistic. If you are on your phone like 4 or 5 hours a day, just slowly limit the time. It's like a diet or anything. If you try to go all in, it's not going to be realistic and you're just going to want to quit. Okay guys, so I went over all 3 negative effects and solutions that I have for them. Just to close this all out, I'm not bashing social media, there is a lot of good to it as well. You know, the connections that we can create, the friendships that we can make time for no matter the distance, information we're exposed to, and being able to create a platform for our passions and interests. All that, it's all really amazing. But we cannot put the obvious on the back burner. If we continue to use social media the way a lot of us are, our mental state is gonna get and if you think it's not that deep and you continue to use it mindlessly, this shit is already wild, and I think a lot of us forget that we are truly just in the beginning of it. Social media being a huge part of people's lives is something that is still really new. That concludes the video for today. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you would like to see more videos in the future. And please share this video if it resonated with you, or if you know people that need to hear these things as well. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys!